Hello everyone, welcome to Computer Science 227. That's our last lecture, last video in this semester. You are that close, you're that close to finishing the semester, which is very nice, amazing. I'm excited for you. You just need to take the final exam. You have to select if you want to switch to pass or fail grading scale, or you wanna do like the actual grade. Okay, so the idea is that, I don't know, if you want your GPA to be 4.0 and you get an B, right? Then you can say, no, I want to say like pass fail. That's it. But it'll be separate email about that. I'll be asking you guys what you want to choose. As of now, the final exam, unless anything changes, is scheduled for Thursday, April the 30th, 8:30 a.m. Okay, I'll make it available throughout the entire day, so you can take it at any moment of time, whenever. But it's definitely Thursday, April the 30th. Okay, so what material, what should you expect there? As usual, it will be open book, open note, open everything. It will be Blackboard based. Any questions so everything which was mentioned in the slides and the lectures and the videos, like in the notes in the book, that's all a fair game. The majority of the questions will still come from the midterms and the quizzes, as usual. Okay, so a lot of questions will repeat. That's why I highly recommend studying them again. But yeah, you're going to have 2 hours. Okay, you'll be timed. You'll be automatically the final exam will be automatically submitted, right? And after 2 hours of you solving that. So it's worth 20% of the final grade. Please also keep in mind that the grade for the final exam can replace the lowest midterm grade. For example, if the first midterm you had, I don't know, like 90%, second midterm, I don't know, 70%, final also 90, that 90 can become 90 for the final exam and 90 for the second midterm. So you're gonna have 90, 90, 90. Okay, in this case, you're gonna like those. So first midterm, second midterm, and final, each one of them is worth 20%. So total like is 60%, which is a huge deal, right? Huge thing for your grade. Okay. What else? Usually at this moment of time, if it was an actual class, I would ask, hey, like how many of you think that computer science and is for them? Like you sincerely enjoy everything you're doing. Yes, it may be difficult, maybe hard, but like you enjoy the ride, everything is cool. You are absolutely sure that computer science is a very good profession for them. And some people raise their hands, and I usually say that's perfect. Congrats, you're doing a good thing. That means you are where you should be. That's perfect. Very good. And then I also ask, like how many of you guys think that you made a mistake, computer science is not for them, like you don't really like what's happening, it's just not bringing you joy, and it's like so like how many of you are kind of doubting that you should be in this major, right? And usually at 227 nobody raises their hands, but if that's how you feel, I think the most important thing is that you need to acknowledge that and kind of, I guess, think about that, try to process these thoughts. So usually, like when I speak to students at 190 and they, for example, say like immediately, no, computer, like I hated this class, computer science is not for me. In this case, I'm saying that it's also exciting for them, right? Because they kind of found something which is definitely not for them. They found something which they should not be doing like at all, which means that there is something else which, for example, I don't know, mechanical engineering or marketing or journalism or business or supply chain management. There is something else which is which is made for them, which they made for, which will they enjoy much more, right? So they definitely know one direction not to go to. Okay, and it's also an achievement. That's also good. That's also something which is good to know, I guess. Yeah. So if at that moment of time, if you guys doubting like your decision, I definitely would encourage, I guess, to acknowledge that, and I don't know how to say that. I think it's much more important to be true to yourself, and it's much more important to enjoy kind of your mission, enjoy life, and there is nothing worse than kind of suffering, doing something which which makes you suffer, I guess, right? So, and if at any moment of time you decide that, I don't know, like computer science is not for you, college is not for you, and if you make a firm decision that like you don't want to like deal with this anymore, which we actually like rarely see. So for example, it'd be a student and come to me and say like, hey, I want to drop out. Like I remember I saw a student this semester, he brought me a form that he is dropping out of, he's dropping the class, okay? That's what I thought. And then I look at the form and it was like very big and it was like weird looking form, and I thought, okay, what is that? And then I read the title like more closely, and he was actually quitting college. So he was dropping out of college, not out of my class, but like out of college completely. And so he made a like firm decision to do that. And what can I say? So he's not like he's transferring. No, he just like he wants to drop out of college. And I was very supportive because that's good. It's just it's not like who goes to college is automatically successful, and who doesn't go to college is automatically not. It just, life doesn't work that way. And college is not for everyone. And I think the best thing I can do is just support that student. I think it's much better to make a firm decision to do something and actually change your life, rather than suffer for years and then do that, and then like for example graduate with a degree in computer science and then like make a decision for yourself that you do not want to do anything for computer science. And if you knew that like from the very first semester, for example, that's not the best scenario. Anyway, so kind of as a faculty member in this department, I'm definitely supportive of any decision our students making. Okay, hope it makes sense. What else? On this channel, I'm going to be creating a new series of videos dedicated not to computer science, not to Java, not to classes, not to Python, but it'll be more about personal growth and personal development. I think I will entitle that series of videos something like "I wish I knew this in college," something like clickbaiting, something like that. I still think that there are a lot of things which college students should be told, or at least there are some areas which are not explored, which are not discussed enough, right? But they don't really belong to the syllabus, right? So like if you're taking a class to 27, so like technically I should not be really talking about, I shouldn't be talking much about the job search, right? For example, because it's not the purpose of the class. So some people can actually complain like, hey, like why is he talking about the job search versus like teaching us like 227? But still, I know that there is audience for that kind of stuff, and I know that there is a demand. So I definitely want to fulfill that demand. And on this channel, there will be a series of videos about that. Also, there will be one video or two short videos about, like, also called "This Changed My Life Forever," something like this, some like kind of also clickbaiting title. But it'll be very important, like personally for me, video. I'll be talking about something which drastically changed my life. And when I say that, I don't mean, you know, it's like when you go to YouTube and if you type like, I don't know, if the video is called "Watch this and your life will change forever," and you know, like there's some motivational stuff and there are some tips, pieces of advice, which you heard before, right? And it's like you get motivated, but nothing really changes, I guess. Anyway, so I'll be publishing videos like that, but in my case, I'll be publishing like the hardcore stuff, the concrete things, which are more powerful in my opinion than motivation. Anyway, stay tuned. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, stay tuned. It's very difficult to describe that without getting into specific details. Okay, so that's my plan. I actually wanted to publish those videos before, but with everything which is going on, it was difficult. Okay, what else? Anything else I want to say? I don't know, probably not. Over the summer, Dr. Rahu is offering a class 190, which you're probably not interested in. Then I'll be offering two classes. Web development, okay? So there we'll be talking about either how to design very beautiful websites, okay, and how to make them very beautiful, or we'll go, most likely what we're going to do, we'll go into single page web application development, which is, not sure if you know, it'll be like we'll be developing actual mobile application, so not mobile, but web applications with the server side, front end, back end, like all the middle end will be the stack. For example, one of the students last semester, he developed a Texas Hold'em poker game. It was a simplified version. Basically, the idea is that he was randomly given cards, right? No, he was able to select the cards, and then I think either randomly or I forgot how he did that. So basically, he had like how many cards? 2 cards, right? You hold them. Then there were 5 cards on the board, flop, turn, river. Okay, and then the application was selecting the best hand out of all of them, and like yeah. And then I think he was able to choose each card actually. 2 cards for him, and then each card for out of those 5 which are on the board. Then there was another student who was creating what is it called? Chords. So there was an application for the chords. Basically, it was randomly generating the chord progressions for like music, for writing music. That's the idea. And he was able to save those chords. Right? He was not able to play them, which would be very cool. But he was able to save those chords and pull them out from the database again. So anything which kind of you can dream of, like only imagination limits you, right? So anything you can think about, we can actually create that in code, okay? Yeah, and we'll be using, for those of you who are interested in technology, we'll be using Angular and Firebase, I think, most likely. So the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, TypeScript, Angular is a framework, Firebase is the backend. Yeah. And as people who finished 227, and even if you fail 227, you'll still be able to take this class, because I think the prereq will be 190 only. Okay, yeah. Cool. Again, hope it makes sense. Let me know if you guys have any cool questions. Again, I'm really excited for you. That close, just push a little bit further. And I really hope that by the end of this, by the end of the summer, the whole coronavirus thing will fade away, and I'll see you face to face. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.